Hello Viking.TV friends around the world. My name is Karen Burns-Booth and I'm a food and travel writer, blogger and chef. I recently travelled with Viking in search of the Northern Lights and I wanted to share with you some of the highlights of the food on board. Join me today to take a look around the World Café and for a behind-the-scenes tour of the Galley on Viking Venus. I hope I'll whet your appetite to enjoying all the delicious food on your next Viking journey. And today I'm very lucky to have Chef Klaydon with me, who's going to walk through the buffet with me, because it's the Icelandic buffet today, isn't it,
Icelandic
Chef?
buffet, yes.
So another fantastic destination-led menu that the World Café puts on regularly throughout their cruises. So Chef, can we have a look at the cold section first then?
Yes.
We have the most amazing savoury sandwich cake. Is that what this
Exactly.
is?
That's with the smoked mackerels.
Smoked mackerel
Smoked
inside.
mackerel is a 3-layer sandwich
Yes.
with smoked mackerels.
Yes.
Then sour cream, dill cucumbers
And dill.
inside. Yes,
Yeah.
and then it's nicely finished with carrots, smoked salmon.
I think there's a Swedish version of this as well. The Swedes do a sort of
the layer up.
the layered one. Yes. So, and the most amazing terrines and pates here.
Yes. We have the cranberry pate there.
Yes.
We have the pork wrapped pates. We have the pistachio pates over
Are these
here.
all pork pates, Chef? Or
Yes, it's the liver and pork belly inside.
liver and pork belly. Yeah.
So it's all homemade. All made
on board.
All made on
Amazing.
board. Yes.
Absolutely fantastic selection here. We've got a vodka cured gravlax this time.
Yes.
Yep.
Smoked gravlax with plenty of dill, orange zest, lemon zest, and vodka to give the touch.
So we're coming back to these flavour profiles again that we had on the Nordic buffet, which is very heavy on dill, lots of
Lemon zest,
lemon zest,
lemon juice.
fennel and caraway seeds,
Yes.
this kind of thing. Of course, we've then now got the pickled herring. I see we've got 2 types of pickled herring here.
Yeah, these are the herrings. We have the curry flavored, we have the mustard,
Yeah.
and the wine flavored.
Oh, wine flavour.
Yes, the wine flavored.
Fantastic. And amazing salads here.
Yeah.
Again, very heavy on beets, beetroot, potatoes as well, I believe.
Potatoes with eggs. Potatoes
Yes,
with
potato
eggs.
eggs. Yeah.
We have the beetroot salad with sour cream, dill again.
Yeah.
Then we have the salmon with green peas.
All beautifully presented. I think you can see it's absolutely beautifully presented. We have snow crab again, do we?
Yes, we have crab legs.
Yeah, crab legs.
Yes.
And this is just the cold section. We're going to wander onto the warm section next and also the dessert section. Lovely,
Yes,
lovely
selection
charcuterie.
of cold cuts.
Yeah.
Nice selection of cold cuts. We have the
Oh, the
asparagus.
asparagus as well, yes.
Asparagus dressings with sour cream, lemon juice.
Yeah,
dill.
just so wonderful. So plenty for the guests to choose on board.
Yes,
Yeah.
plenty of options.
Lots of wonderful options. And there'll be a salad section here.
Yeah.
So we're going to wander down to the warm section now for this special Icelandic buffet. And we have it here.
Yeah.
Ah, right. So we have one of my favourites here, which is the pickled red cabbage. And I think red cabbage very heavy in Icelandic and Nordic cuisine as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is braised red cabbage. It's braised on a slow heat
Yes.
for a longer period of time.
With cranberry?
With cranberry sauce,
Yeah.
apple sauce, orange
So
juice.
lots of fruit
Lots of
in with the
flavours in there.
vegetables. Yeah.
Yes, with cinnamon stick. We have cinnamon flavor
Yep.
also inside.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what do we have next? We have spiced beef here.
Spiced beef
with
with cinnamon flavored. Cinnamon flavored
cinnamon
in
used
the
a lot
sauce.
in Icelandic spices as well,
Spice
is it?
as a
Yeah.
spice.
Yeah.
This is a braised rib.
Yeah.
That also is braised on a lower temperature for a longer period of time. When as soon as you have it
Amazing.
it melts straight
And
away.
do you sous vide any of the meat sometimes before you
No,
grill it?
it's not sous vide,
This
not
is
sous
just
vide.
slow cooked.
Just
slow cooked.
grilled and we put it in the liquid
Right.
and braise it in the oven.
Right. And what about the venison? Is this venison or reindeer?
Venison.
This is venison.
That's venison tenderloin.
Yeah,
And the
tenderloin.
sauce on there is the cranberry sauce.
Absolutely fantastic.
Cranberry
Really rich glazed sauce on this venison here.
Yeah, you see the glaze is shining all
Yeah,
over the place.
almost looks like beetroot, but it's venison. Yeah.
Venison, yes. Then we have the
Lamb.
Icelandic breaded lamb.
Oh, really?
Yes,
So
that-
it's actually Icelandic lamb.
Yes.
Yes.
Then we have the mixture is made out of breadcrumbs, medapan, parsley,
Excellent. Yeah.
and
And then on to something
garlic.
which I think people are really really associate with Nordic Icelandic cuisine is seafood. I think seafood is really, it's just amazing up here, isn't
Plenty
it?
seafood. Plenty
Fabulous.
Seafood.
I mean,
fabulous
and
amount of seafood.
right, we're actually sailing where they actually sort of, fish it. We're in that area, yeah.
Yeah.
So we
That's
have
a cod gratin.
oh, cod. So
Cod fish gratin.
is that a bit like a brandade in French? So it's like a mixed cod with potatoes and
Yes, potatoes,
Yeah.
and then we have the sauce on top.
Yeah.
And then it's gratinated in the oven.
fantastic.
Yes, that's our shrimps.
Yeah,
Shrimps marinated with plenty of garlic and
Yeah.
lemon juice
that's what I'm having for dinner today.
for lunch.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then on the base we have the creamy bacon cabbage.
Oh,
Sour
really? So there's
yeah.
cabbage underneath that.
There's cabbage
Yeah.
underneath there.
Fabulous. Oh, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Sorry to jump ahead here. Would you like to talk me through these black bread buns here? Because I don't think I've ever seen this. I mean,
That's
it's,
the rook bread. That's
Yeah.
how it looks like. It's dried out before we bake it.
Yeah.
We have the rye flour used inside, malt flour used inside.
Yes.
And we add molasses.
I was just going to say there must be molasses to give it that dark,
yes,
colour.
We have
yeah.
the molasses inside. So they scoop out the flesh from the bread.
Yes.
Middle part. They add soup inside.
And what is the soup that's going to be served today, Chef?
That's the lamb soup. We
Lamb
have the
soup. Okay,
traditional
so
lamb meat soup.
amazing. And then would the
It's thicken up.
guests- Yeah.
The soup, if you just boil it on its own, it's just stock, lamb stock.
Right, just on
But then
stock.
to thicken it up, we add oats to it. That's
Oh,
the specialty
really?
of that soup.
Oats. Do you ever add? Oh yeah, oats. And you serve it in this dried out bread
Yes.
basket. Would the guests then eat the bread afterwards, or is it just like
Just like a soup bowl.
a soup bowl?
Yeah. If you want,
Right.
I can show you one
Yes,
example.
I think it'd be really nice
Can
to
we
actually
have a
see
quick
how we're going to
sample
serve this. It's quite unique. So Chef's going to show us how we're going to serve this amazing bread bowl with this lamb stew inside. Oh, so it's not the same. It's not the colour I expected. It almost looks like a chowder, like the colour of a
let them
chowder.
mix it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all flavored. You see
Amazing.
oats in there.
And it looks very traditional, but I mean, it's fascinating to see this bread here because it is so very dark.
The
Okay,
traditional
so
lamb meat soup is the soup of the day.
oh, is it? That's
Yeah.
the soup of the day. Right, lovely. So
As you can see.
look at this. This is amazing. This is lamb stew or soup, Icelandic version, served in these little bread buns which have been hollowed out.
Yes.
So I'm definitely going to try that, Chef, at lunchtime. I think it's something unique to try. I think that'd be very popular with the guests as well. Well, thank you very much. I believe I'm going to talk to one of your colleagues now
I'll
about some
join
of the
you then.
desserts. So we're going to walk up and we're going to talk about the desserts now. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Chef. Nice
How
to
are you?
meet you.
Nice to meet
So
you.
you're in charge of the bakery gallery on board, yeah? The galley on board.
Bakery and
Bakery.
pastry.
Yeah, and pastries, patisserie, all the bread, patisserie, bakes, cakes,
all of it,
everything. So can you talk us through maybe some of the breads that we have on display here today? Well,
Here you have a kind of Icelandic flatbread,
yeah, flatbread.
which is fried,
Yeah.
butter, sugar, flour, Here you have a Icelandic high on mold bread.
Yes, I can see that does look
Yeah.
very Nordic. They like
Yeah,
their
very Nordic,
dark
very
breads, don't
dark,
they? Yeah.
heavy,
Yeah.
nice actually. With,
Yeah, and
with
rye.
salmon.
I see some rye bread here.
Yeah, rye. Actually, we have some rye bread also. We make
So
some
rye bread
meal
rolls.
baguette, where we
Yeah.
put about 10%
Yeah.
of the rye bread. And then we have a snoodle, which is twisted
Oh, I know
donuts.
these. These are very delicious and they're very low in calories. Oops, no.
Yes. Low in calorie, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, they're not. No, they're delicious. So we have a lovely selection of cakes and cheesecakes here, and I think looking at them, for me, they really epitomise this, the cuisine of the area. It's heavy on berries and fruit. Is that right, Chef?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Especially, yes. Here we have a Monduka cake, which is a strawberry and cream cake. And then we have
Something with skyr.
yes,
Skyr,
skyr,
Icelandic.
skyr, which is Icelandic yogurt.
Yes, it's yogurt. And it's
Yes.
zero fat almost, isn't it? It's very, very low fat.
Yeah, but there's a particular taste, of
Yes,
course.
yeah.
On the
Yeah,
tray.
I know it's creamy because I have it at home sometimes. Yeah.
So we put some oats, some rhubarb
Yes.
and berries. Then we have an Icelandic cheesecake,
Yes.
which is done with skyr and
Yeah.
sour cream.
Blueberries.
And blueberries,
Yeah.
yes. And we have a Vintartetak plum cake filling,
Plum
which is
cake
behind,
filling,
which
yeah.
is thin layers
I mean,
of
these are all
plum.
quite unusual cakes and bakes.
Yes.
I don't often see things like this. I mean, so it's wonderful to have it on this Icelandic buffet because it really gives the guests on board the opportunity to eat very authentic destination-led food. I'm intrigued with this. We have a cake here called a married happiness cake. So I think we'd all like that, wouldn't we? And
Yes.
Chef tells me it's made with rhubarb. And I
Rhubarb,
noticed rhubarb is used quite a lot through some of these recipes for Nordic and Icelandic cuisine as well.
What I saw, yeah, rhubarb
And it will be in
berries,
season
a
right
lot.
now as
Yes.
well. And lots of seasonality in
Yes.
here. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short tour around the Icelandic buffet. Oh, we've missed a chocolate one in the end,
A
Chef.
chocolate cake of death.
Chocolate cake
imagine?
of death, yes. Well, I think we all remember in the 1970s, 80s, Death by Chocolate. That was a fantastic cake.
That's what it is.
Hope you've enjoyed this quick tour around this Icelandic buffet. I'll be back later to show you what goes on behind the scenes with Chef Klaydon this afternoon. I'm going to be walking around the galley and showing you where all this hard work actually starts from. So I'll see you later. I'm going to grab a plate and help myself to some lunch in a minute. So hello again everybody, this is Karen Burns Booth here with Chef Klaydon again, and we are actually going to have a little sneak behind the scenes video today. We're going to actually look into the galley where all that amazing food that everybody enjoys on deck, not just deck 2 but right up to deck 7 really enjoy. So this is the chef's table galley, Chef, yes?
That's the chef table.
I have to say that I know this galley quite well because I've been guest chef on board Viking Sun twice. And they run one of my menus, well, I have 2 menus, actually 2 British menus. But the chef's table is a destination-led tasting menu, that's right,
Tasting
isn't it,
menu,
Chef?
yes.
Yeah.
Wine
5
tasting, wine,
courses.
food pairing menu.
Yeah. So it's all food paired with wine. You can have the standard wine pairing or you can pay a little bit extra and have premium wine.
Premium wines, yes.
So there's all sorts of menus. There's Scandinavian, Californian, Mexican, I believe as well.
Mexican.
I have 2 British menus.
There's Quebec,
yeah.
there's Erling's,
Quebecois,
Scandinavian,
yeah, Scandinavian.
Anthony's Bristow.
So as you can see, it's really, really diverse, and it's a great way.
We have 21 menus here.
21 menus,
21
really?
menus,
That's
yes.
really good.
Changes every 3 days.
Every 3 days. So
Yeah.
since I've been on board, I've enjoyed the one of the Chinese
Asian
menus.
panorama.
Yeah,
Xiang,
Yashen, yeah.
and now we're doing the California.
Yeah, I've had the Scandinavian menu, which was absolutely beautiful. The consomme, the reindeer consomme
Reindeer,
was
yes.
excellent. Yeah,
Slowly cooked.
and that's what I have to say that all the soups on board that are linked to all the restaurants, but especially the chef's table, are absolutely outstanding. And I know how much work goes into making them.
Exactly.
And what I think the chef's table chef told me that the hot and sour soup takes 4 days to
Yeah,
prepare.
they start to prepare.
Yeah.
Everything is 3 days,
Yeah.
2 days mise en place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is home from home for me, this one, though I've never seen it looking like this. It's normally quite busy.
Yeah. All the crew now are on break, so
on break, that's very
this is the right
good,
time
yeah.
to show you around the galley. Because
but-
when in service time, it's like full
It's
power
crazy.
in here.
Yeah.
Loud.
Well, it's not crazy actually. They're very, very
Organized,
calm,
but fast.
organised, yeah, but busy. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to walk around the galley. So
Yeah.
chef's table galley first. Makes sense because we've just come from the chef's table restaurant, and chef's going to show us what else is in the galley. So off we go. Okay. I see you've got this. Is this for room service,
That's
chef?
all for room service.
Amazing, yeah.
All trays goes from here. Food
It's
is prepared
just
from
so
the other side.
organised, isn't it? And I also love to see how things are supposed to be prepared here as well.
Yes.
So you see them photos up here, and they also do that in all the galleys, don't
All
they?
the galleys,
all the
yes.
galleys,
All the
yeah.
galleys.
So everybody can see how everything should be set up when they
Yeah.
actually take it out.
That
take it
helps
up.
us to be consistent on all
Of
ships.
course. Because I would
Yeah.
imagine that consistency is really, really important on board a cruise ship, because you don't want one guest saying, oh, I had this, and it was served with that, and the next person saying, oh, I didn't have that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. I've had room service once when I came on, the first day I came on. It's always
The
nice
first
to
day,
have.
yes.
Yeah.
With the surprise welcome sandwich.
I had a lovely welcome
It's a
sandwich,
place.
yeah.
Well,
Hello, chefs. Hello.
this is our main galley.
Main galley
This is
here.
the heart of all the galleys.
Yes,
From here, all the production takes place.
Yes.
You see the food in the World Café.
yes.
All the production is done from here down here,
Okay.
and then from here it's transported into trolleys to World Café.
Oh, right, that's how I remember. You've got a lift, haven't you?
We have
Yeah,
elevators,
yeah.
one elevator assigned
Yeah.
only for the food.
Yeah.
So then we have 7 sections here: sauce, fish, roast, hot appetizer,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
pasta,
Yeah.
and then entremetier, all the vegetarians, and soup.
Yeah.
So each section has their own chef de partie, the section in
Yes.
charge, and
Yeah.
then they have a task, they have a recipe to be followed.
Yes.
They are organized dish, and they do the ordering, picking up the mise en place, doing the mise en place.
Yeah, mise en place is very important. Yeah,
very important in production. Mise en place.
I know before I came on board, I had to provide Hugo and Anthony with my mise en place for my menu.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now this galley is divided into, that side is a soup, a roast section.
Roast section here.
Soup and roast section here. You can see the big ovens there.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, the big ovens.
Yeah.
And the big.
The boilers.
Yeah, the boilers. Yeah.
The big boilers over there. Then over here we have the pasta, sauce.
And rice, pasta, rice, is that?
Yes, pasta, rice is one section.
Right.
And we have the sauce section there and the vegetables. So all this thing is produced over there.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's no fire on board.
No.
There's no open flame on board. All is electrical stoves.
Yes, induction. It's induction,
and electrical
stoves. That's
stoves.
a really important point to make actually, because I know we're sort of having a look at this sort of like the galley layout and everything, but fire is, cruise line is most dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. So all of the cooking is done on induction, electric induction.
The only open flame what we have is the torch for the creme brulee.
Yes, for the creme brulee.
That's the only open flame what we have.
And your creme brulees are fantastic, by the way. I had one in Manfredi's the other night.
Thank you.
I think people might also be a little surprised just to see how small the galleys are actually. They're very compact, but they've been very well laid out with lots of thought. And when you think that this is the main galley here, it's not that big really, is it?
It's actually good because the smaller galley we have, the more we can organize ourselves and keep it more clean.
That's a really good point, Chef. Yeah, really good.
The sanitation, hygiene also should be considered. Yeah. If we have big galleys, then it's very difficult to
you're right.
handle the sanitation level.
But I mean, having worked in a galley myself, I mean, everything is just so amazingly placed. I mean, you've heard about maybe people who work in catering for a living know about the golden triangle. You know, the sort of the cleaning, the cooking and the preparation, you have that area.
Yes.
And it's so easy to do that in the galleys on board. Yeah.
Yes. Now, one thing I was saying about the recipes to be consistent.
Yes.
Like we have books on all the ships.
Can't show
like
you,
for
this
example,
is secret.
today is the restaurant menu. We have dinner number 11.
Yes.
So then everything is prepared here. It's like our Bible. What we need to read and follow. We have the
photos.
For example, we have the picture here. We have the ingredients, description, method. So whenever a new chef is placed or to run the station, it helps him a lot.
That's amazing.
It helps the new cooks a lot it's like a guidance for them to follow and to be consistent.
How many books do you have of these?
Well, in the dining room we have 14 menus.
14
changing
menus,
every day from lunch 1 to dinner 1, lunch 1 to lunch 14. And dinner 1 to dinner 14.
Right.
That's for the dining room. It changes every day.
So really are the Bibles of the galleys
this
down
has
here.
To be.
I've seen the ones down in the chef's table. It's just the same. And I suppose Manfredi's is the same. They have different ones.
They also have their set
according
menus.
on what they're serving. Yeah.
Exactly. Then.
What about specials of the day, Chef? When you get, say you've been up to Scandinavia like we have, we've been up to the North Norway, and you might have lots of seafood. Do you have the opportunity to create new recipes?
When we have the regional, items on the menu. So we have regional books also.
You have regional books as well.
We have regional books like destination menus. We have appetizers, main course and pastry, desserts. So we have those books as well.
Those books as well.
So whichever country we are in, whichever port we are in, we have their own destination.
And I think it's really important to note that although you know the food is consistent, there's so much sort of variety on offer for people. Very rarely will you see the same menu over and over again. Although you do have certain things that you keep on the menus every day that people like, though.
People like, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
and dietary requirements really well catered for.
I'll just show you some of the papers example here.
Yes, please do, Chef.
Usually the list is from here to here.
Oh, really?
Okay, so many dietaries, but today is less. This cruise is less.
Yes.
Okay, so then we have the gluten-free, lactose-free, low sodium, all these. We have a special chef taking care of them.
You have a special chef taking care of all the dietary requirements.
Of all the dietaries.
So for celiacs, for dairy-free,
the chef de cuisine here in the main galley, the chef de cuisine, make sure that everything has been organized. We have the dishes ready. So before service starts, we have those in place.
Yes.
So when the order comes in, we are ready to pick up the food.
So if somebody comes into Manfredi's and says, I have this and I have that, but I can't have this, they'll come to the chef de cuisine.
No, they will have their own special
dietaries. They have their own special one. Oh,
dietaries going to the Manfredi.
Yeah, so, that's really good. That's it's good to know. Right, so we'll carry on with the galley tour anyway. So
there's one
really
of our screen. This is this helps us a lot.
Yeah.
This is a meal count screen.
Yeah.
It's a meal count screen saying like, for example, we have prepared 70 portions of beef.
Yes.
And then during service time, when it's rush hours or towards the end, we know where we stand
So
with
you
this.
can see, it's like an aid memoir that you can see all the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it gives us a help, like if we are running out of something, we
Yes.
start to make more.
Oh, that's excellent. That's a really good point to make, actually, so that nobody's disappointed. That, yeah.
And that's our best friend here.
Yeah.
This keeps on flowing.
I've seen
this
these.
keeps on flowing during service
I've
time.
seen them down when I've been in the chef's table,
Yeah.
and we also have one up is what they would say, right, you know, the menus are coming in, you can see, and then it would, you know exactly where you were standing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take you to the pastry now,
please
pastry
do,
bakery.
yes. So pastry galley, are probably one of my favourites actually, and I think everybody on board is always constantly amazed.
That's the
at
sweetest
the,
part of the galley.
Fantastic.
And nice, it has a nice
Yeah.
aroma in there.
Yeah. Right, so we're going off to the sweetie galley now, as I call it. All right, cookies in progress. Hello, chef. Nice to meet you again. I've met this pastry chef before. Yes.
Yes.
He was telling me what things were on the line. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
we
Always very helpful. All of the chefs when they come upstairs are very helpful. Yeah.
Now, let me introduce you our head baker,
Yes.
Chef
hello.
Salvador.
Hello. Lovely
He's
to meet
in charge
you.
of all the lovely breads what we
the bread.
produce on board.
Oh, don't get me started on the bread.
Yeah.
I go into Manfredi, sit down, and I think, oh, I'll just have a little starter, and then the bread comes out on the table before anything else. So Manfredi's is the Italian-inspired restaurant on board. It's part of the alternative dining, but nobody pays anything extra for alternative dining on board Viking. And they always come out with a basket. Well, it's actually a lovely olive wood bowl of breads to start off with Parmigiano
Garlic
cheese and a balsamic and olive oil mix. Yeah.
Yes, the fructose
And
olive
the
oil.
breads are amazing, absolutely amazing.
The breads are baked 1 hour before service.
1 hour before, yeah.
Before service starts.
I'm a
So
bread
it's-
maker. I'm particularly a sourdough baker, but I like working with yeast, and I know how much work goes into preparing anything that is yeast raised. Yeah, you can't
he's
just.
up 5 in the morning.
Yeah, you have
check
to
on
be.
his breads.
You have to let it prove. You have to, you have to sort of knead it,
fermenting
set it
of
to
the
one
dough.
side to rest. So
It takes
amazing.
time. We have baking the country bread for the Manfredi.
Oh
the big
right,
bread.
let's have a look at this. And I see your cookies today. Yeah.
You see the color is coming.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
And they're bigger than I thought actually, because I only ever see it sliced. You see
It
when
takes
it's
like 1-2 hours to bake. Because I
wow,
have
and
to
it's
bake
hot
it
in here
slow.
as well.
Yeah.
It's hot.
So that inside it will be baked properly.
Do you have a standard core of bread that you bake every day? No matter what happens, you always have to have those breads you have to bake every day.
Yes, every day we have a standard.
So like sandwich
From
bread, maybe,
breakfast, like croissant, delicious, and muffin, and some bread roll, soft roll, and dark rolls for the breakfast.
But then I noticed yesterday on board Viking Venus, we had a wonderful extra C day. With that came an extra C day buffet.
Yeah.
And the bread was amazing on that. There was all sorts of different sort of artistic breads, fougasse I saw as well, and flute.
That was a brunch.
Lots of brunch breads,
Yeah.
So probably my favourite part of the galley, but probably not to work in because it's hot. It's hot here.
It's hot.
And look at this,
big
this is amazing,
Yes.
These
Now
are
I'll take you.
these ready to go for Manfredi's, these,
Yes.
like, yeah. Thank you very much, chef. Thank you very much. Yeah. Right.
I'll take you to the Manfredi's now.
I'm at Manfredi's this evening, actually. Okay, we're at Manfredi's galley now, which is completely opposite to the chef's table. So
Chef's table.
we've done a big U-turn and we've actually come here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is an Italian restaurant, Italian grill. They make their fresh pastas on board. All
Make
the
fresh
pastas
pasta
are made
as well.
freshly on board.
Yeah.
We have the extruder machine to
Yes.
make our pastas on board.
Yeah.
Then we serve the most running item here is the bistecca fiorentina.
So they have a steak on the menu. It's a ribeye steak.
Ribeye steak, yes.
And it's actually coated in porcini, chili, and garlic. Is that right, chef?
Yes.
And it's got a bistecca. And every time I come on board, I always have to have it at least once. It's delicious. Yeah.
Many compliments, feedback from the bistecca.
I think it's famous. When you go off a Viking cruise and you meet somebody else who's been on a Viking cruise, they always say, "Oh, did you have the steak in Manfredi's?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Also we have the ossobuco here. Ossobuco.
Yes. Also, I had ossobuco the other evening. Yeah.
That's also a very tender meat.
Yeah.
Slowly cooked.
Yeah.
Then we have the lamb rack over here.
So those are very
Breaded lamb
popular Manfredis, are they?
Very popular.
Yeah.
They do like 120 covers every night,
Oh,
120
really?
to 130 covers every night.
Yeah.
We also have a chef de cuisine here
Yes.
who's in charge of the galley. Same screen here. They
Yes.
get a forecast of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then the food goes out directly from here.
Yes, and you've got these are your
That's the restaurant inside.
that's a restaurant through
Manfredi
there. Yeah.
restaurant.
That's right. So the two alternative dining restaurants, Chef's Table and Manfredi's, don't need to go up. They just go straight out.
Straight out.
Because we're on the same deck as the restaurant.
And these black inductions you see here,
Yes.
that's for the plates.
Yes.
So those are the ones.
So it's always warm when it goes out.
Once it's service time, it's really hot in here because of the heat.
Yeah. So it's I think
Also sorry to interrupt.
No,
we
no.
also have the pasta of the day,
Yes.
chef special, and the catch of the day, chef special.
yes, you do. Yes,
Yeah, so the chef puts out his knowledge, his ideas on the plate,
amazing.
and something different from the menu. So only those two things are different
Yeah,
from the
only
menu.
two things.
Yeah, the rest we have a set.
I had the scallops the other evening in
Catch
Manfredi's,
of the
which
day.
was the catch of the day.
Yes.
But I have to say that I was in the restaurant about 4 or 5 nights ago, and the special was lobster. Yeah, and I think I walked into the restaurant and everybody was having lobster. Very popular when you have lobster on the menu,
Yes,
I think.
lobster.
Yeah.
We also have lobster tomorrow on the menu.
Oh, do you?
Lobster
Right.
thermidor.
I'm glad you told me about that because I'll probably go to the restaurant tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Chef. Is there anything else that we need to know about, really? I think that's about it.
That's
It's,
most of it. Most
yeah.
of the crew are on break now, so they
Yes.
need to have their rest as
Yeah,
well.
of course they do, yes.
Yeah,
And
so-
it's also, I think, important to point out that the crew have their own galley, and I have been shown around the crew galley in the past, and their food is almost exactly as what you'll get on the normal deck.
Yes.
But you do cater for the many nationalities of crew you have here as well.
We try to
Yeah, to make sure that they have something some of the time. Yeah.
We also have a menu down there.
Oh, do you?
We have a menu cycle, 21 days menu cycle.
Yeah.
Also keep changing every day.
Yeah.
We have a sous chef who's in charge of that galley.
Amazing,
So
amazing.
everything is organized, all the recipes are in place.
Yeah.
One basic concept about the crew galley is if you keep the crew happy, they
Yeah.
keep the guest happy.
Absolutely. But I think that's the concept that runs throughout Viking cruises, though, because they really are very happy. Yeah. So as a crew galley, I know about that. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed the trip around the galley. I'd like to thank Chef Klaydon again for taking time out to show us, because as you'll probably see, it's probably the busiest place other than being on the bridge, probably. Yeah, it's keeping everybody sort of fed, happy, and it's run like clockwork as well. Yeah.
And then one more secret is how much you must keep on tasting the food what we
Yes, of course.
before we serve.
Yeah.
I feel tasting is the secret of how
Always.
we perform. Yeah. As you can
always.
see,
Yeah,
let's
I know.
keep on tasting.
I know. I'm constantly trying to.
Yeah.
I know. Again, to come back to my own experience, when we set up my menu in the chef's table, we had 2 days before actual serving to the guests. We had to test it,
Yes.
and then photograph it so we could see if it was consistent, like you mentioned before.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
Consistency
that's
is
just
very
one
important.
menu. Yeah, very important. Yeah.
Because if a guest goes on, for example, Viking Orion,
Yeah, it's
they
a
need
different.
to be
Exactly the
getting
same.
the same dish.
Yeah.
They're expecting the same.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, once again, thank you very much, Chef Klaydon. It's been.
You're welcome.
I
My
hope
pleasure
that-
showing you around the
I
galley.
hope all of our viewers will find it interesting. Even though I've been in the galley before, I always find it interesting coming in to see what's going on.
Thank you.
They're so lovely. Right, and I'll enjoy my dinner in Manfredi's tonight.
Sure. Bon appetit.